I don't like this room setup. This doesn't look good to me. Let's see if we can try and talk our way out of this.
Warden, in the name of the Regent, I am placing you under arrest for the murder of Rendon Howe and his men-at-arms. Surrender, and you may be shown mercy.
I could fight her. Maybe I'll win, maybe I'll lose. Yeah, I've won a lot of other fights. But I got a different feeling about this one. There's something else. I've tried to avoid fighting Logain's men as opposed to Rendon and Howe's men-at-arms. Logain's men are... When I have, I've let them go. Because I don't want to create antagonism and war. I don't want to I don't want to encourage open war anymore. Howe is different. He's scum. So were his men-at-arms. But I want to maintain for now. Try to maintain a difference between these men who serve under Logain and Catherine. Plus, everything I've read about Catherine, I like. She's a noble warrior. She's honorable. She's liked. I'd rather not engender any negative attitude by killing her. Plus, the main goal is to get Honora out of here. I don't want her getting caught in the crossfire. That would be very bad. Yeah. So I don't want her getting caught in the crossfire, and the main thing is to get her out. Plus, he said, she's just referring to me. I will stand down. You don't know the whole story. That means that I'm able to get her and everyone else out of here. So I can get the other people out of here.
We have killed so many other guards. What do a few more matter?
Are you sure this is what you wish?
Killing them just reinforces Logain's lies about me. This is one of the reasons why Morrigan is not the boss.
I'm surprised this ended peacefully. Bring the Warden. Logain doesn't care about the rest.
Eamon, we have a problem.
Oh, good. I was starting to worry this would be easy.
Calm down. What has happened?
The Warden has been captured.
What? How could this happen?
Never mind that. The question is how to free her. Catherine will take her to Fort Draken. Getting in will be no small feat.
You know, we do torture stuff, but usually not in prison, this obviously. It's usually not like this. Yeah, humans. It's not this obvious. Oh, they'll torture, but usually not like this. This is too obvious. We have other more practical means. Besides, torture doesn't work for giving information. And boy, that hurt when they knocked me down and knocked me out. It was not pleasant.
You look like you've been dragged through 10 kinds of crap, friend. What did you do?
Nice shiner and black eye. I killed Rendon Howe.
Who calls that a crime?
It's not.
More like a public service.
True.
Still, they'll hang you for it.
Unfortunately. My friends are coming for me.
You think so, do you?
Leliana will come for me.
Just one person assaulting Fort Draken. Good luck with that.
Well, Betty Buddy will probably come
Sure.
too.
I'll just hold my breath, shall I?
Queen Honora. We have been given the gift of freedom by our forebears. Let us not squander it. The only child of the war hero Logain Mactyr, Honora has never been one to stay quietly in the background. It is common knowledge that in the 5 years Honora and Kaelin held the throne together, she was the one wielding the power. She is held in much higher esteem than her husband by the people of Ferelden, nobility and commoners alike, and commands respect even of foreign nations. So it's good to get her on our side. And I do remember reading this before, but I must go over it again. Having once inspired Empress Selene, I remember reading this, of Our Lady to declare, Honora of Ferelden is a solitary rose among brambles. She sent her maid Alina to Eamon's estate to ask for Nadia's help in escaping from Howe. But as they fled Howe's estate, Honora in disguise, they were ambushed by Sir Catherine, there to arrest Howe's murderer. Nadia surrendered to permit Honora's escape. Yeah. Rendon Howe. It appears it will be civil war after all, despite the darkspawn. Pity. The Arling of Amaranthine winds along the sinuous northeastern coast of Ferelden. The waking sea is known for its temper, and the storms that sweep in from the warmer northern waters are sudden and brutal. These are the lands of Rendon Howe. He was born during the occupation and, like many of the nobles at the time, joined Prince Merrick's rebels. He fought alongside young Bryce Cousland, future Terran of Highever, and Leonis Bryland, future Earl of Southreach, at the bloody Battle of White River. It was the most catastrophic defeat of the entire occupation, from which only 50 rebel soldiers escaped alive. Although he was decorated for valor by King Merrick, Howe's abrasive manners have earned him almost universal dislike among his peers. Howe died at the hands of Nadia in Denram, and good riddance. You were captured. I was, if we're doing that's offensive.
State your business.
Making a delivery for the kennels, sir. Beef bones for the dogs.
I wasn't told about anything being shipped in today.
Well, could you ask someone? Pretty please?
Ah, fine. Wait over there. I'll get the captain.
Not to worry. I can handle the captain.
All right, what's this about?
Making a delivery, Captain.
I wasn't notified about this.
It was a little spur of the moment, I'll admit. Cook at the Royal Palace had a lot of soup bones left over and wanted to send them to the dogs here.
Table scraps? Oh, maker. Fine, take them to the kennel.
Sing our names to the maker that he send us Oh, I didn't see you standing there. May I help you?
I've gotten turned around in here. Which way is the captain's office?
He's down at the other end of the hall, my child.
Was murdered?
I think that's a new record, even for an Earl of Denerim. Didn't he only hold the title for 10 days?
This might be tricky.
State your business.
You're the officer on duty, aren't you?
I am.
Is it difficult? I can't imagine being responsible for the lives of an entire fortress full of people.
What do you mean?
Everyone depending on you all the time? It doesn't keep you up at night? You don't think to yourself, what if I slip up? What happens then?
No.
And not just in the fort. The whole city of Denerim relies on you. Thousands of people.
I hadn't really thought of it that way.
I just can't imagine.
You know, Maker, I think I'm going to be sick.
don't think we'll be able to talk our way past anyone back here. Why are we always attracting danger? On my way. As you like. Back! Right away. Enemy ahead. Watch out. never liked this part.
We might want to walk softly here. Yes, of course.
Good kick.
I'll do it.
I shall.
Thank you kindly, friend. I think I won't be waiting around if you don't mind.
There you are. Follow me. The Arl is waiting for us.
Girlfriend! I love you! You're amazing! You're the most wonderful woman in the world. Thank you so much. I love you so much. You're fantastic. Okay. Betty, buddy. Good to see ya again. See, you were checking to make sure the coast was clear. By the way, I can't help myself.
Maybe we should speak after we get out of here.
Okay.
Just a thought.
I love you very much. Thank you for rescuing me. And good job to you too, Betty, buddy. Okay. Thank you. My loyal dog and the woman I love. They rescued me. Betty Buddy didn't do the fighting. He just kept coast clear. He watched everything. And he distracted them with how lovable he was. While my artful and luscious bard saved me by cutting her swath through, alternately charming and defeating the enemy. With her skill and grace, her deadly wit, and her deadly rapier. Well, her fearsome blades, and even more fearsome weapons. And even her more fearsome mind. Her cunning. I chose the right girlfriend. The right person to fall in love with. I don't really appreciate. These aren't regular troops and like Logain's men. These are prison guards who aid and abet torture. I don't like that. Okay, Natia. Okay, Betty, buddy. Okay, Leliana. Not the most efficient way to apportion equipment. Leliana's mad that they took me.
It's done. It's done. I'll do it.
I am armed. As you say. Very well. Shall be done. For the fool failed.
What do you... Wait, you don't belong in here. Guards!
Right away.
Ah!
Have you no concern?
Okay. Good job, Leliana and dog. Oh boy. Got overconfident. Here's what I'm gonna do. Okay.
Shall be done.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
Why, yes you can. Nice painting. Yes, very nice. Okay. You know what? We'll do one thing. My girl.
This is a nice change from having to sleep in the woods, isn't it?
Once again, thanks for saving me.
This is a nice change from having to sleep in the woods, isn't it?
It's wonderful.
Well, aren't you sweet and attentive?
Of course, how could I be anything else with you? Thank you so much for saving me. Once again, thank you, and then you got to do some work, and then we'll talk to Earl Eamon.
As you say.
Indeed.
Yes.
Indeed.
Yes.
Ask me anything.
Oh, Alistair, you're just happy to get out and about with us. I know it's been a while,
Dwarven crafts. Fine dwarven crafts.
That's just the way it had to be.
There's nothing more to say. Pester someone else. Whoever you are, Wait. I know you. My son described you in great detail. He tells me that I owe you his life.
I'd leave no man to suffer at Howe's hands.
When I saw my poor boy's legs, I only wish Howe still lived that I might tear him apart myself. I would bring troops against his son. But Oswin tells me Thomas had no part in his father's depravity. Is there anything you would ask as a reward for saving Oswin?
All I want is for you to speak out against Loghain.
Thank you again. Know that I will stand behind you at the Landsmeet with all the support I can muster. In fact, I'm taking my supper today with Ban Reginalda of the White River Banor. I'll speak with her about this at once.
Good to hear. Possibly two bands with one stone. Sigurd, thank you about freeing his son and pledged to support you at the Landsmeet.
What do you suppose Eamon is playing at? Surely he doesn't expect us to believe Anora unfit to rule, with her father to advise her.
I wonder that myself. His timing is unfortunate. South Reach is overrun. I've little time to devote to politics at present.
Overrun? Has the blight truly spread so far?
Most of my freeholders have fled to Redcliffe and Lothering, but I doubt they'll be safe there for long.
Maker's breath. Ryland, I had no idea.
Careful how loudly you speak of it. Wolf lost both his boys to Darkspawn, trying to evacuate West Hills.
Lady Andraste, pray for us.
The ones that fled to Lothering, if they didn't leave, they're dead.
May I help you?
I was asked to give this to you.
This is Ermine rings. Explain yourself. My brother would no more part with this ring than with his head.
You might ask, he needs your help.
He's alive then? Please, if you have any news of my brother, I would hear it.
He's in the dungeon of the Earl of Denram's estate.
A dungeon? What? No. I will go to him at once. Someone will answer for this. Take this with my thanks. It has been in my family since the War of Crowns, crafted for us by the Circle of Magi. An heirloom is a small thing compared to my brother's life.
You gave Ban Alfstana Imric's signet ring and told her you gave Ban Alfstana Imric's signet ring and told her about his imprisonment. She rewarded you with an amulet.
Well, aren't you sweet and attentive? Denerim is Ferelden's most important city, yes? This is the seat of power, the jewel in the crown of the king. She is Ferelden's heart. Her walls are strong, but within them lies so much beauty, just like the country and the people.
Yes. Although the walls, they're not that strong. They're only human built. But the country, the people are strong, even though the walls are not very good. In the depths of Erlhau's dungeons, you found the missing veteran Rexall. He had been driven mad from torture and imprisonment, but is now free. You should report back to the chapter Market District for a reward.
Dwarven crafts. Fine dwarven crafts. Wreck for more tomorrow.
All men are the work of our Maker.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, champions of the just.
Provocation to the least of his children are bred in death and is cursed by the Maker.
Dwarven craft. Welcome back. Is there something else you'd like to look at? Only the finest crafts, straight from Orzammar.
Let me see what you have.
Every piece comes with a stamp of assurance from my wife's father, the best smith in Denerim.
It is begun.
You are good to your troops, Warden.
Very well.
Such a force has not been seen since the collapse of the Tevinter Imperium.
We will make good use of what you have brought us, Warden. You will have the best equipped army Ferelden has ever seen.
Something you need? I'm sure either my boy or I can help you out. I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Indeed.
Indeed. Blood and damnation.
Shall we?
Dwarven craft. Fine dwarven craft. Dwarven crafts. Fine dwarven crafts. Direct from Ortholar.
We can't all be gallivanting about the house all day. Her Highness is here. Someone fetch the Queen some clean linens and be quick.
Everything in here appears to be breakable. It seems most impractical.
This is a nice estate, isn't it? What's on your mind?
It's very nice.
It is no trouble.
Well, it's nice on the inside. But the architecture on the outside could use some work.
Prince among the Arl's visitors.
None of them looked all that princely to me.
I guess it's okay. On the inside. Outside could be better. Oh, you're standing. Yeah, you like it here. So do I.
Maker's breath. It's good to see you in one piece, my friend.
Thank you,
Indeed.
Eamon.
We have been praying for your safe return, Warden.
It's good to see you're all right, Honora.
I was uncertain you would respond as you did, considering the consequences. I am glad you did. Thank you. Now, however, we must work together, and quickly. My father has gone mad. I didn't believe it at first, but he is gripped by a paranoia so severe it prevents him from seeing sense. He saw me as a threat, yet even now I'm certain he will be telling the nobles you are dangerous murderers that have kidnapped and mind-controlled me. He may even believe it.
Can he still take the throne without you?
Perhaps. It will be more difficult for him, but if my father says the Grey Wardens are the enemy, many will believe it. He is a legend.
It's true. Our position in the Landsmeet is not strong, and this does little to help us.
At least that snake Howe is dead.
Yep.
That alone will not be enough, however. My father is committed to his path. You will need ammunition for the Landsmeet, and there I can help. You have only just arrived in the city, so perhaps you are unaware of some recent events. Denerim has been in turmoil since Ostagar. Many people here are angry or grieving. Strangely, the unrest is worst in the alienage. Few elves accompanied the army. They should have little reason to be upset, which means that Howe and my father must have given them reason. I don't know what is happening there, but I am certain my father has his hands in it.
A useful lead, Honora, but you could have sent this information with your maid.
That is true. I feared for my safety as Howe's prisoner. But to tell the truth, I sent Elena to you because I hoped we might join forces. You need that evidence for the Landsmeet, but you also need a stronger candidate for the throne. You need me.
And just how are you stronger?
I have no doubt Alistair is biddable enough, and decent, but even with his blood, he is no king. You think only I can see it? Not only that, Alistair is a Grey Warden. It will look like you are trying to put a Grey Warden on the throne, despite your claims. I am a neutral party, and I am already queen.
Honora, you are indeed Kaelin's widow, but...
I am the daughter of Ferelden's greatest general. Who do you think truly ruled this nation for the last 5 years? Kaelin. I am what this country needs, not an untrained king who does not even want the throne. I can help you stop my father. Consider what I have said. For now, I think I will retire to my room. Warden, when you have a moment, I ask that you speak to me in private.
Well, she's quite spirited. I remember when Loghain first brought her to Denerim. Poor Kaelin was a good boy, but Honora was always 2 steps ahead. Had him jumping when she snapped since the first time she batted her eyelashes. I cannot help thinking she may be trouble, but we should keep her close, all the same.
Why do you think she's trouble?
This is an alliance of convenience. For the moment, we are united against Loghain. Be careful how much trust you place in her. I do not for a moment think Honora means to give up her power easily. Still, I would rather have her where we can watch her than actively working for Loghain.
True. I think she'd make a better ruler than Alistair.
Honora was a capable administrator for Kaelin's lands, but she has not a drop of royal blood. We did not fight the Elysians all those years just to lose our royal line in a single generation. Not when there's a surviving son of the blood.
Maybe Alistair should marry Honora.
Are you serious? No, never mind. I don't even want to hear the rest of this. You two just keep talking about me. I'm going to stand over here with my fingers in my ears.
That would certainly solve a lot of problems, and put forth the strongest argument before the Landsmeet to remove Loghain from power. With Therin blood on the throne, and Honora's wisdom and popularity, Ferelden could present the most united front against the Blight. Unfortunately, the marriage would never happen unless they both agreed to it. And I suspect that might take a lot of persuading to get past her pride and his humility.
I could have explored the discussion a bit more before asking that, but I think it was best to just jump to the point. I understand why. The fact that his mother was a scullion maid makes no difference. I understand exactly why that makes no difference. Because of the issue of blood. So I just decided to jump right to it. Because we want to cement their alliance and agreement. I didn't go through the process of being captured, go through the process of basically rescuing her. To have somewhat, to have a divided throne between her and Alistair. To have us, Eamon, me, and Alistair one side, and then her on the other. We need to have them united when it comes to facing Loghain.
Ferelden was first united by Calenhad, the Silver Knight. For 400 years, his descendants have ruled Ferelden. That was the heritage we preserved from the Orlesians. And it is the heritage I will fight for as long as one of Calenhad's descendants still lives. Without that to unite us, we could scatter back to warring turns.
No, I don't, which I've told both of you on many occasions. If Honora's turned against Loghain, I say let her.
Nah, I think you need to marry her.
Looks better on her anyway.
You're both wrong. With a few months of experience, Alistair will make a fine king. He knows how to lead troops to defend his land.
Correct.
He knows how to stand and fight for justice.
Correct.
He knows how to show compassion to those less fortunate.
Correct.
And how to trust to the Maker's guidance to know right from wrong.
Okay.
And he knows who to turn to for aid, should that training fail him. He will be fine.
That last point is the best. I don't think the Maker is all that fantastic, but the last point is the best.
We certainly have a great deal to plan. Maker knows what that man is capable of now.
We got work to do.
Of course, if I might make a suggestion, go speak with her. She will either be a powerful ally or a powerful enemy, and the sooner we know which she is, the better.
Correct. She made her way to Eamon's Denham estate, and there offered her aid in defeating her father at the Landsmeet. Alright. Go talk to Nora and tell her what I plan on doing. First,
my lady, she will be forever grateful, Warden.
thank you, Erlina.
Hello again, Warden. It is good that you came to speak with me. I will be blunt. I can see that your voice will be a strong one in days to come. It is to you that Eamon listens, and with good reason. My father must be stopped, but once that is done, Ferelden will need a ruler. I would welcome your support for my throne. That is exactly what I am proposing. When the time comes, you support my bid in the Landsmeet to remain on the throne. You will be seen as my father's enemy, yet you will be in support of his daughter. You will be seen as supporting the interests of Ferelden, as opposed to solely those of the Grey Wardens.
True.
In return, I add my voice to yours. Do you see? Together we can do what alone we cannot.
What happens to Loghain if you're a queen?
He is my father, as well as a great general, who has served his nation well until now. If there is a way for him to live, I would prefer it.
Why should I support you?
For years, I have ruled this kingdom as Kaelin's queen. As much as they loved Kaelin, all of the Banon knew this to be so. Kaelin was a good man, but what is needed now is not another good man, but a good ruler. I sent Alina here not solely because I thought I needed help, but because I saw an opportunity for us both. What say you then? Your support for mine in the Landsmeet?
She's a good balance to Alistair. She's more cunning and ruthless, and you need that in a king. He's more decent and civil. You take all of the positives that Earl Eamon mentioned, and you match them against her strengths, and they're a good balance. They can temper each other. She's much more of a political animal. She's much better with paperwork and administration, and those are essential. She's much more cunning. She has a far higher level of political acumen. She has good levels of confidence. She has poise. She knows how to manipulate. Pairing her with Alistair means they can balance each of their strengths out so that they don't become excesses, because they can become vices. His decency, for example, can pair with what I suspect is her ruthlessness, and they can check each other. For when his decency can lead to him being open to being manipulated and attacked, she will guard against that, and at the same time his decency will help to stop her from becoming cruel when it's necessary to be ruthless. He has a personal style of appeal, charisma. She also has a different kind of charisma. I think they would go well together. They would balance their strengths, would balance each other's weaknesses out. And that's simply marry Alistair, the best of both worlds.
Ignoring that the man looks so much like Kaelin, my recently dead husband, if you'll recall, my main fear is that he might govern like Kaelin as well. But it is true that Alistair has Theron blood. To some, this is more important even than practical considerations. A union might be considered a compromise, but is this something Alistair even desires?
I think I could convince him.
Let me say this. If Alistair is willing to stand back and allow me to continue governing the nation, then I would be willing to have him as my king. It is my understanding that governing does not appeal to him anyhow. If that is so, this is a compromise I can live with.
He is more sensible than Kaelin. I will speak to him then.
Do so. I will be interested to hear what he has to say.
He can be a good king and a good leader. I was wrong. I needed to think about this. The more I think about this, the more bringing these two together sounds appealing and attractive to me. The more this sounds appealing to me, the more I like this.
So I'm guessing someone told Honora I was planning to steal her throne.
No, you're not.
She has a nasty glare. She wants to be queen. I get it. I don't trust her any more than her father, but I get it.
She's better than her father, but I understand, and you can help balance it out. What do you think about her?
They say that Honora is smart, determined. She's supposedly the one who's really ruled here, not Kaelin. She's her father's daughter. Me? I say that's where the problem lies. People like her and her father always think they're the only ones who can fix things. So everyone should just stay out of their way. What do you think? When the Landsmeet comes, you might even have a say.
She's not her father. She hasn't committed the sins that he has. She's more sensible than him. She can learn. She's young. And she can teach you things, and you can teach her things. You can balance each other out.
I think they'll listen to a Grey Warden. One who just might save this country yet.
True.
So, I just saw Honora not long ago. Strange story. She gave me the strangest look. Like she was sizing up whether the cow was ready for slaughter. I asked her why. You know what she said? It would be like marrying his twin. I misheard that, right? Tell me I misheard.
Nope. You heard right.
Marry her? As in marriage? As in be her husband? You've spoken to her about this? You did, didn't you?
Yes.
I can't say I like the idea at all. Why should I even consider something like this?
She can rule while you lead. It's perfect.
Might have something there. All right. You've convinced me. If it comes to that, I'll agree to marry her. Make her help us all. Go and tell her if you think it's a good idea. Me? I think I need a drink. 10.
The more I think about this, the more I think this is a wonderful idea. But we have to be careful. We have to find a way to deal with Logan. I do know one thing. I need to keep Alistair as far away from Logan as possible. Logan is too dangerous to let live. I need to... Someone else is going to have to take care of Logan. Alistair has to be kept away from him.
Well, have you spoken to my lucky betrothed yet? Or will we be reduced to passing notes?
He's agreed to your terms.
He has? I wasn't expecting that, to tell you the truth. To marry Kaelin's brother. Well, I suppose stranger things have happened. If it will truly help matters... Is this it then? I agree to marry Alistair to retain my throne, and in exchange I give you my support. If not, then tell me now.
Marry Alistair and you have my support.
Done. So, we have a deal, Warden. I trust you'll keep your end of the bargain. Now, I suppose, comes the task of dealing with my father. That will be no small feat, of course, but I am certain you already know this. I imagine you have much to do. Is there anything else you needed from me?
Do you need anything?
No. And while I know your concern is hardly disinterested, still, thank you.
You're welcome.
I have spoken with Alistair. Perhaps this mad betrothal won't be quite the curse it first seemed.
Good to hear. I needed to cement that and get that taken care of. That was incredibly important. Now I'm going to talk to you.
Warden, let me know if there's any assistance I can give you. We have much to do and little time.
I think I persuaded Alistair and Honora to marry.
My hearing must be going. I could swear you just said that Alistair and Honora agreed to marry.
Yep. You did want me to get Honora on our side, didn't you?
Of course, but I hardly imagined that you could convince her so readily. I am impressed. This alliance can only help us. Well done, my friend.
I should get to work. Thank you, Al Eamon.
We need to do all that we can in the few days left to us before the lands meet.
I think you're focused too much on Alistair's Theron blood, but otherwise I think your reasoning is fine.
I haven't been here in a while. They've changed the dining room. Ask away.
Hi, groomsman.
Of course.
Never mind.
We can't all be gallivanting about the house all day.
I wonder.
Indeed.
Yes.
Let's check a couple of things. Okay.
Dwarven craft. Fine dwarven craft.
Poor elven beggars.
What comes, my friend?
Never mind.
The worst of it's cleaned up now. Just watch yourself if you're going in. The alienage is a festering sore full of parasites. And that's on a good day.
Piss off.